to the first ever Diablo 2 build guide video. Now, first character we got through the story with and basically got past level 30 and beat normal with is the character I wanted to make a build video for. I don't want to just shoot a character from level 1 and just tell you how to build a character. I'm actually going to do what I used to do as a veteran player, go through it, beat the game with it at least, and then give you my input on this build. Now, the build we're going over is the Necromancer build, and it is the bone. Now, a lot of people say poison and bone, but it's the bone Necromancer, aka teeth, bone spirit, etc. So you basically only need to really focus on one tree here. You don't want to put nothing into summoning. You don't want to put nothing into curse. There is a question here: does lower resist affect teeth or bone spear or bone spirit, because it is magic damage? But lower resist only affects all elements. It says all magical attacks, which can be confusing, but it only negates the resist all of monsters. So that's lightning, fire, poison, and cold damage. So this will be good if you're trying to, if you have rolling with teammates and they need this, like sorceress, other characters that have element damage that you want to help out. But do keep in mind, it's going to take about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 skill points from your damage per second that you can be doing just to get a lower resist that in the end really does not benefit you. Now, I am on the PS5, I am not playing on PC. Literally like I was saying, you want to focus on the bone skills. What I like to do start off is put some into teeth. That's how you can get to bone wall. Put one into bone armor. And the reason why that is bone wall is going to give you a bonus to your bone, absorb amount of damage to your bone armor. As you can see, every level, when it says bone armor receives bonuses from, a lot of skills you're going to see that from. It says bone wall and bone prison. Per level that you put in bone wall or bone prison will add a 15, not 15%, just 15 more damage absorbed per level from these skills. And I'll show you an example now. So we have it at 305 absorbed damage, right? If I put a skill point into bone wall, it is going to make it do 315 without me having to increase the bone wall armor. As you can see, my bone armor is level 1 and it has 305 absorbed damage. Now when we go to teeth, as my base is 10, I have, you know, an inventory one that gives me 2 to teeth, etc. But your teeth damage also is increased from bone wall, bone spear, bone prison, and bone spirit. See, bone wall, each of those will give you 15% more magical damage per level that you invest in those skills towards your teeth damage. You see, I have it at, 12, and it's doing 69 to 90 damage, which is not too bad. But the reason why I suggest investing into bone wall is because it increases both your bone armor and your teeth's damage. And this is good early on, because once you get level 12, you want to invest into teeth until you're level 11. Well, 10, because you need to do level 11 and level 12 here, or level 11 and then level 12 here. Basically, you want to get to bone armor. You only need to put 1 skill point into bone armor, 1 skill point into corpse explosion, just to get the bone spirit later on. So bone wall and bone prison, actually, both of these will give you synergy bonuses to bone armor and teeth. And bone spirit also gets damage from bone wall and bone prison, as well as bone spirit. All your damage skills on the bone skill tree will get damage bonuses from bone wall and bone prison. Now don't get confused with bone armor. Bone armor does not add bonuses to teeth, as you can see. It does not add bonuses to bone spear, and it does not add bonus damage to bone spirit. That's why you only want to invest 1 point into bone armor, and this will get more skill levels as you find more equipment that adds to your poisonable skills or all skills, etc. So I'm going to give you an example here. We have teeth at 69 and 90. We have our bone spirit at 5887, and we have bone spirit at 417 and 467, correct? Now, if I invest a point into bone wall, which I use over bone spirit because bone spirit tends to have less life than bone wall, and bone wall, you can literally surround your enemies and just make basically a barrier around you or anywhere you want to go to attack the enemies. And I'll give you an example of this shortly. But the thing here is, I like to invest in these two early on. That's how you get to bone spirit, because bone spirit is going to be your heavy hitter for bosses. As you can see, I'm putting as much points as I can. I can't put no points into this. That's how I actually level up. But as I was saying, from 1 to 10, you want to put into teeth. Once you hit level 11, or once you hit level 2, level 1 you want to go into teeth, okay, scratch that. Level 1 you want to put into teeth. Level 2 you want to put into bone armor, so you'll have your armor that would absorb melee damage. It does not absorb elemental damage, so if a monster is hitting you with poison, cold, lightning, etc., you will take damage from that, so you need some health. But this will absorb all melee damage, all physical damage that a monster will attack you with. So if you get surrounded, you have bone armor, you're pretty much okay. It's the elemental damage that you do have to still be careful with and carry at least one slot of health potions with. So you have level 1, level 2, and then you'll go here until you get level 11. And then once you hit level 12, you want to hit into bone wall. And then you want to start investing into bone wall. And the reason why that is because every level you put into teeth also increases the mana cost. As you can see, if I do it to level 13, the next level, it's going to give me 14 teeth. It's going to increase the damage by 5 for the minimum, and it's going to increase it 8 by the maximum. But the mana cost is going to go up to 9. Now if I just invest into bone armor, it's going to increase the damage without increasing the mana cost. So that way you don't have to invest in too much energy for your character early on. Your character's energy, the max I would suggest posting in is 80. You will get bonuses from your stats that will give you more. As you see, my base value is 75. I didn't have to put no more. I haven't put no more in a long time. I've been investing in vitality and strength only when needed to get certain armors equipped. So let me go ahead and show you an example of why I do that. Early on, I only have one in spear. I put some in bone prison just to see how much more damage it will do, but bone wall seems the better way to go. Now keep an eye on this. We have absorb damage 305. We have damage 69 to 90. We have bone spirit at 58 to 87. And I mean, that's bone spirit. Bone spirit is at 417 to 467. Now when I put a point here into bone wall, it's going to increase the exort damage to 320, which is added 15. Then we have 71 to 93, which is actually more than what we would have got if we leveled it up and put a point into teeth. And the mana stayed at 8.5 instead of increasing to 9. Bone spirit went to 59 to 89. Bone spirit, I'm sorry. Bone spirit went from 427 to 477. So you can invest. My suggestion is, like I said, when you're level 2, put 1 point into bone armor. Then keep investing into teeth until you hit level 12. Once you hit level 12, start investing into bone wall, because that will increase your bone armor and your teeth damage without increasing the mana cost of teeth. Once you get to level 18 or 17, you want to put 1 into corpse explosion. And then once you hit level 18, go ahead and put 1 into bone spear. So you have another skill that does a little bit more damage than bone teeth and will be a focus skill when you're in like the maggot lair, arcane sanctuary, and it might do more damage than teeth when it comes to bosses until you're able to get level 30. Now my suggestion is, once you get level 30, you do want to start investing in bone spirit. Max out bone spirit every chance you get. Whenever you have a chance to seek into a point, put a point into bone spirit once you unlock it at level 30, because this is going to increase your bone spear, your teeth damage. It's not going to increase your bone armor, but this is going to be your heavy hitter. This is what's going to help you take down bosses. If you just invest into bone armor and bone prison, when you have bone spirit unlocked, your bone spirit isn't going to get a significant amount of increase. As you can see, it's only 6%. And I was doing this, and I was like, man, I need to invest in bone spirit, because bone spirit is doing a grip of damage. It's my heavy hitter skill. It's the skill that you use to take on monsters, well, bosses. The spear and the teeth is good for crowd control and running through areas, but once you get to bosses like Diablo, Mephisto, Dario, Andario, you want to be able to hit that bone spirit and just get the max damage that you can, especially Baal. Baal and Diablo are really tanky. Those are the ones you're going to need bone spirit for, and I'm really glad I did that. So that's why I say I want to play through the game with the builds that I intend to show you guys, so that way you guys can get a better idea of how to move through each difficulty, maximize the benefit of your build instead of just going, oh, I'm just going to do 20 into bone teeth and just go do 20 into bone teeth. And then just going to 20 into bone wall just to get these two out. No, I'm not going to just throw out my assumptions and what you should do here. I'm going to actually give you the guide on how to go through it and build upon it. So this is basically going to take your, in the game you get 112 points, I believe 112, 111. So you're going to put 20 into teeth, you're going to have 20 in your ideal for the end game of the bone skills is going to be 20 into teeth, 20 into bone wall, 20 into bone spear, which will be at 60, 20 into bone prison, which will be at 80, and then 20 into bone spirit. But like I said, first 11 levels teeth, or first 10 levels teeth, put 1 into bone armor will make you at 11, and then you'll at level 12 start investing into bone wall, so you increase your absorb damage and your damage output without increasing the mana cost of teeth. Once you get to, you want to put 1 in here, 1 in bone prison, but you really don't need to put anything into bone prison yet. I just accidentally did that on my way there. And then you want to go into bone spirit. Once you get to level 30, just keep investing into bone spirit so you can get the most damage output as you can, because when you invest in bone spirit, you're still increasing bone spirit and you're still increasing teeth without increasing the mana cost of teeth, because teeth you're going to be using a lot to control the area or the crowd here. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the build side of the skills. When it comes to your character, again, you only want to increase the strength based on what kind of armor you're trying to equip. You don't want to put too much into strength. I accidentally put 1 into dexterity, which you don't want to do. You want to at least have, people say 60, between 60 and 80 into energy based on what kind of equipment you have. If you have good equipment where you don't have to invest too much in energy, then that's a blessing. After that, all your rest of your skill points you want to invest in vitality, because that increases your life and that allows you to stay alive more longer. When it comes to inventory, I like to use a wand. I will have an in-game equipment guide for certain builds once I get there, but right now I'm just rocking something that I had in the beginning. We have 2 to teeth. You want faster cast rate, so you cast your things faster. You want some resistance. Faster hit recovery is also good in case you get hit. As you can see, I think both my rings have faster cast rate with some resistance on them. Mana after each kill. I love to carry and suggest carrying small charms that have resistance to them and or life. As you can see, it will help you a lot. You can carry large charms if you like I do, but I plan to get rid of these later on, except for some of them like this, all resistance 13, 20 for the life. But the goal is to get the small charms because you can max them out how many you can get with taking up the least amount of space. I run with 3 slots of mana and 1 with health usually. As you can see, I have food rejuvenation potions, which I suggest are really good when it comes to boss fights. In case you're getting close to being dead, you can fully rejuvenate. And the way you make these is very simple. You just need your cube. Once you get the cube, and you'll just throw 3 small rejuvenation potions in there. 3 rejuvenation potions transmute makes a full rejuvenation potion. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys a little bit of what I'm talking about. I'm gonna go ahead and do a chaos run just because it's the run that gives me the most experience right now and is beneficial to showing you what I mean with this build. Now I'm going to show you something too. As you go into different difficulties, the life of your bone armor will be different. So remember how it was like at 400 for the life on these skills? It's actually less in normal difficulty. Your absorb damage was still the same, and your damage of your teeth or your damage output skills will stay the same. Alright. Merc I suggest running with is you can have the one with prayer, which I use so I don't have to heal too much whenever I happen to take elemental damage. But as you can see, the teeth on the top crowd control is pretty good. It doesn't cost too much mana. I'm only taking damage from elemental attacks. And we'll just throw like 2 Bone Spirit, but one Bone Spirit takes out the enemy. I'm gonna go ahead and try to fast forward the part till I get to the Chaos Answer to give you guys an idea of what I mean there. But I do want to show you guys, for instance, why having all those charms will help you out a lot, because I'm basically immune to lightning and fire resistance, almost halfway there with poison and cold. And they also give you other benefits like life, etc. if you can find a faster cast rate or faster hit recovery.
They're very generous with the mana potions in this game anyway, so if you happen to use one, just use it, and make sure you keep an eye out for some mana potions to replace the ones you took.
I'm going to show you guys me taking out Diablo solo. And I've been doing this for a while. Like I said, I just wanted to beat the game before I gave it an idea build for you guys. Now I am taking some damage, but my Merc is going to heal me little by little. I have lower resist affected on me. That's the only reason why I'm taking so much damage right now from elementals. It's funny they're not being generous with the mana potions right now. The nice thing about Teeth is it does stagger. See, I'm going to take out these Gripper Uniques mostly with just my Teeth already. Pretty beautiful there. You got an amulet, we got some mana. (17) to energy, fire resist 10, that is beautiful. I just don't know how that's going to affect my lightning, and because we're hitting Diablo, I don't want to take that off right now. Our cheapest mana skill right now is actually the Teeth. And I'll show you how you can use Bone Wall with Mephisto probably if you really want to see that, or with the sealed enemies here right now. Diablo tends to destroy the Bone Wall, so it's kind of impossible to do this with him. But with Durio and Mephisto, Bone Wall really does help keep them basically cornered in to where you can just constantly attack them with your skills without getting smacked and stunned. Here's an example now. I need mana. You can keep them at bay, and as you keep them at bay, your Merc and yourself, you just start taking out the enemies. And they will never reach you. I mean, rarely will they reach you unless they're doing high damage and your Bone Wall has low health. You want to try to position yourself where you have the enemies in your teeth. I know when I hit this seal, I'm gonna have some Venom Lords come through. I like to keep them behind this wall. And I haven't even had to use Bone Spirit, but like I said, you're gonna see these Bone Spirits once we hit to bosses like Diablo right now. We got some Greaves. And here comes Diablo. You're gonna want to invest in some fire resistance and lightning resistance for him, and you still don't want to try to tank his lightning hit because it still hurts. Usually all his kills might work, but we'll be fine. Yeah, he murders my work. Dead. All the birds. Let's see what we got. And I'm going to show you how I abuse Mephisto. Alright. Let's go abuse Mephisto real quick. He was so running away from that. Now, this is the only thing about Bone Wall. Sometimes it takes a little while to come down. I don't think you can use the unsummon for this, which is sad. Alright. Oh, I think I got some of those, so I'm definitely going to give those to somebody that needs them. Like I said, you can use this heavy hitter. It'll probably take him out of 2 hits. Oh, Lord. Alright. Time for some Mephisto. Let's see the abuse here. You can surround him in bone wall and he can't do nothing. And you just going to kill him from there. And nothing special. I'll take that U1. Yeah, guys, that pretty much wraps up the Bone Necro build. As you can see, he's really good at magic fighting. As you get to higher difficulties, you're going to find better gear, you're going to level up more, so you'll be able to do this in normal, nightmare, and then hell. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. You have any questions, you need to verify anything I said, if I misinterpret something, if you didn't understand what I quite said, go ahead and leave a comment down below and I will get back to you as soon as possible. I do have a Discord that you guys can join on my About tab, and you can check it out there. You can always reach me there personally. If you're on PlayStation, my name is Daniel Does It. As you can see, you can, I don't think it shows my name, Daniel Does It. Right there on the screen, you can always add me. Let me know you're for Diablo 2 and you saw my video, and I will help you the best I can. Shout out to my donators and supporters, Cuckoo Games, Lestat, Nani, S4, Dreamer, and Rise Adapt. Shout out to all you guys for checking out this video, and I will see you soon with another video. Any requests on any builds on any characters, please let me know also in the comments down below. And until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching.